Hey everybody, I hope y'all are having an amazing day today. My name is Mercer and welcome back to another episode of Character War. And today on Character War we have two villainous kings from two awesome Nintendo series. I'm talking about none other than King Dedede, Kirby's royal nemesis from the Kirby games versus King K. Rool, Donkey Kong's crocodile leading villain from Donkey Kong. So, who wins this fight? Well, why don't we see for ourselves? The home of Popstar, the planet of Popstar, is known for many things. Its interesting shape, interesting terrain, and interesting design. But it's also home to a number of different heroes, such as Meta Knight and Kirby, very notable Nintendo characters, and the adorable Waddle Dees. But what you wouldn't know is that the Waddle Dees are owned by a fat, puffy penguin tyrannical ruler named King Dedede, who's very jealous of Kirby, which is a very misunderstood fact about him. Oftentimes he'll aid Kirby for the sake of the planet Popstar, and genuinely does like him inside. But since he's Kirby's rival, he's hyphened up enough energy to take on the pink puffball himself. He can gasp up his lungs to increase and inflate himself, which can allow him to sort of fly, I guess. Well, anyway, he can use his powerful lungs to spit out things at remarkable speeds and it can absorb them on the same level of Kirby. He can use his large strength to slam down on opponents, can swing you with his agility, and can take tons of hits, especially the stomach, without going down. All thanks to his remarkable malleability, I guess is a good way of putting it. He even has his hammer. This is no ordinary hammer. King Dedede has siphoned off enough energy with it to do tons of damage per hit, can shoot out windstorms, and even has a jet powder feature which allows to do tons of damage per opponent. And thanks with his agility, he can use the Zap Hammer. Well, not thanks to his agility, just a different hammer. This can shoot out electrical bolts and can create an energy web of sorts of electricity. He also has tons of different other features, like mechs. Each mech can normally shoot around powerful fireballs of energy, hammers, and can use rocket boots. These things tend to take hits from Kirby, which is a remarkable feat that we'll get into a little bit. But King Dedede is remarkably strong with these mechs. So, another notable thing is that King Dedede has tons of other things in his arsenal. That's right, I'm not just over yet. He has, of course, his slam, which we've gone over, which he can use his strength for. But he also has a interesting, or what are these called? Cloister things called Goro, which is very spiky and just downright powerful. And he can normally take Waddle Dees from his pockets, I guess, which he has really deep ones, to summon at will. And he has almost a remarkable amount of them. Not the entire Waddle Dee army, though, and not Bandana D. And of course, he has the Star Hammer. The Star Hammer is remarkably powerful as it can shoot energy, break the fourth wall, allow King Dedede to grow in size, and of course make over 64 duplicones. I mean, yeah, just clones in general. And in his ultimate form, Mass Dedede, which doesn't make a difference, he can shoot out rockets from his hammer, can shoot out energy bolts, can somehow make clones of himself, and can generate enough energy to cause large shockwaves and grow in size. That is remarkable and just downright powerful in its own right. He can even summon electricity at will. So King Dedede has a rather unique bunch of feats. In his fight with Magolor alongside Kirby, he survived being in a black hole, which can normally condense an entire planet. And he's fought alongside Meta Knight. Against Meta Knight, who can fly in between galaxies in mere seconds. Not to mention, he's fought Kirby on countless occasions. And Kirby has remarkable feats of strength. If you don't already know Kirby, let me just list down a couple of them. Kirby is strong enough to break an entire planet with a mere hit. And not to mention, in the game Kirby Star Allies, he had one feat that topples over all of the rest. Star Slam Heroes, which meant when he hit a moon, it can hurl through tons of different planets being through rock and power, just straight up rock, at light speed. That's remarkable. And Dedede takes hits from Kirby on a day-to-day basis. That's a planetary levels of strength, speed, and durability, all thanks to Meta Knight and Kirby. So with this and more, King Dedede is certainly a powerful opponent in terms of all physical stats. He's definitely rather chubby and can be considered a, well, goofy foe, but he definitely proves himself through his remarkable feats, and will often assist Kirby whenever he needs to. So I guess this guy wasn't that bad after all, when you think about it. Donkey Kong is known for many things, but I think the most prominent one about his character, and him with Diddy Kong as well, is his enormous banana hoard. And so, with that many bananas, people are bound to take it on the Kong Island. Well, that's not his actual name. But the main opponent is a ruler of the crocodiles, King K. Rool. And K. Rool is certainly capable. He can use his claws and teeth in battle, as well as his powerful levels of superhuman strength and speed. He can even go toe to toe with Donkey Kong. But with his arsenal, he has his barrel gun, which can shoot out heavy balls, spike balls, and energy weakening balls, his punching gloves, which can be thrown as boomerangs like his crown, and a copter pack, all of which he used to fight Donkey Kong. For defense, he has his belly armor. This thing can take tons of hits and can even reverse it through kinetic energy. He can grow in size and has a number of special features. I know the arsenal was quick, but let's just hop straight to the feats. King K. Rool has had, well, a unique number of feats. And all thanks to these powerful levels of feats, King K. Rool can move fast enough to pilot the Star Diver, which goes straight through galaxies with ease. King K. Rool can also go toe-to-toe with Donkey Kong on a day-to-day basis. That means that he's hitting with enough force to level moons. As Donkey Kong has previously shown, he can take out moons from orbit. King K. Rool is crazy strong in his own right, and for good reason. Donkey Kong can level a moon with just a hit, which is over 3,500 megatons done by Death Battle in the episode Donkey Kong vs. Knuckles. And he's taken hits from Donkey Kong and outclassed him before, or overpowering him. So, with that out of the way, he's definitely one guy you do not want to mess with. And King K. Rool is certainly lived up to the name, King. So, who wins this fight? And I know, this fight is done by quicker than normal, but hey, it was fun to do. Let's start off with the simple facts. Arsenal, they were relatively tied, as they could both do a number of things, but King Dedede barely outclassed him. And King Dedede does go toe-to-toe with Kirby, who can level entire planets, while King K. Rool goes toe-to-toe with DK, who can level moons. And now I know planets are much bigger than moons, especially Nintendo's moon compared to Nintendo's planet, and that means that, and not to mention Star Slam Heroes for Kirby, that means that King Dedede definitely had an edge in durability, being able to take a much larger hit. But King Dedede also had the edge in speed, believe it or not, as though we could say that the Star Diver was remarkably fast, we've already seen King Dedede can go toe-to-toe with Meta Knight, and Meta Knight can go toe-to-toe in between galaxies with just flight. And though the Star Diver can too, it isn't, in mere seconds with Meta Knight. And the Star Diver isn't in mere seconds like Meta Knight's is. And now, finally, strength. The Donkey Kong feat is our highest measurement for King K. Rool, and King K. Rool does scale to that, believe it or not. But in terms of footing and equal power, King Dedede scales to someone like Kirby, who can not only break the planet of Popstar, but all planets who scale to that. That includes the planet of Shiverstar, the planet of Rockstar, Aquastar, Heartstar, Neostar, all of them. And not to mention, I was going to mention the Star Slam Hero feats, which is over, by the way, the highest feat is 9,999. That's over 10 planets, which you multiply 10 by 6.6 sextillion tons. It's a large number. But anyway, King K. Rool may have had the edge in viciousness and ferocity, but King Dedede's better arsenal, strength, speed, and durability gave him out the edge in the win. So, in the end, the winner is King Dedede. On the next episode of Character War, we've got Killua from Hunter x Hunter versus Akame from Akame ga Kill. Hope you guys enjoy. Always be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one.